Carregue aqui na minha tela e pronto. Hello guys, good evening. I hope you are doing well. And hello people who follow us on on YouTube. It's not LinkedIn. We are here with Lucas and Ebenezer for a new English conversation. We try to join every single Monday evening in order to practice and enhance our English skills. About this kind of conversation that we have, it's just a normal conversation. We just set up a specific topic. Today we will talking about movies and series preferences. I believe that is a good topic to talk about because everybody has its own preferences, and we have a lot to share about uh, our preferences as already said. And that's it a little bit about how our conversation goes. We normally start with a self-presentation, but at this time, I believe that we could skip this part because we know each other well. So we don't have new members on this conversation. So let's move on to our first question. So Lucas, could you please read the first one and answer it?
Yes. Okay. What a kind of series or movies do you enjoy watching the most? Um, I like to watch comedy movies and series like sitcoms, uh, like a Friends, The Big Bang Theory, the type of things. And movies I like to watch action movies like policial movies, and I enjoy this type of thing. What about you, Ebenezer?
Ebenezer or me?
Ebenezer.
Okay, go ahead, Ebenezer. What about you?
Okay. What kind of series and movies? The same as Lucas. I like to watch comedy movies in the most cases. If have to pick a movie, I usually pick a comedy genre. About series, it's the same, but I'm more flexible in series. I used to watch series that are recommended by someone in the most cases. I'm not close about the gender. I can watch a series if it's recommended by someone, and I can take it.
Thank you so much. So in my case, I believe that I prefer comedies now. As a matter of fact, we normally pick up series or movies that are based on real cases with my wife. I believe that it becomes the movie or the series more interesting because we can think about what really happened. But when we just want to have fun, we try to find a comedy there on streams. Something I would like to ask Lucas, it's that have you watched Friends? Because you mentioned it that you watched Friends and The Big Bang Theory. Have you watched it in English? Because people say that this kind of series helps you to perhaps improve your English skills. Have you watched it in English? You are muted.
Okay. Yes, I watched in English, and it's really good to understand, to learn English because they use words commons in a daily, so it's a good way to learn. Of course, there are a lot of words hard to to understand to get the joke, but
Mhm.
it's good to learn English.
Yeah, yeah. I watch Friends in English as well. However, I try to watch The Big Bang Theory in English. I believe it's a little bit harder because they use a specific vocabulary of science of physics, and I believe it's a mathematics as well. So I believe that's why it's a little bit harder. What about you, Ebenezer? Do you watch series and movies in English with subtitles or in a specific language?
In my case, it depends. If I really like the series or the movie, maybe I can watch this in the Spanish in my case, and after that I tried to watch it in English or in the original. Yeah, in English in this case, because I think I can relate what I understood in the first time that I watched that movie, and it's better and easier, and I can realize too that maybe in the translation they try to give a different sense for that language, but maybe in English is different. The joke is different, so I can see that is very that's interesting for me because not always is what they translate is the same that they mention in that movie or series.
Yeah, I totally agree. I believe that jokes, for example, in English, they lose the meaning when they are translated to another language, and I'm sure that the same happens when a movie that is in Spanish or in Portuguese is translated to English. So, yeah, I try to watch movies in the original language, but sometimes it's not possible. So let's move on to the question number two. Thank you so much for sharing, friends. So let's move on to the next one. Do you prefer watching movies at home or in the cinema, and why? I'm going to start with this one. In my case, I prefer to watch at home. I believe it's more comfortable. Um I'm not sure if I am wrong with this sense that I have here in Brazil. Uh, Lucas, I in Bolivia, going to the cinema is really popular. It's like going to the shopping. I know that the here in Brazil, going to the shopping mall is something that is really familiar and an activity that is for weekends. In Bolivia, it's not like that for shopping, but going to the cinema, it's like really popular. And I found that at least in Hortolândia, that was the place that I was living, and now here in Curitiba there is not so many people who goes to who go to the cinema. That's my perspective of it. But could you tell me a little bit about it? Do you think that it's like that, or perhaps it's just my own perspective? Do you think that it's popular going to the cinema here in Brazil, or not like there in Bolivia?
I think in the past it was more common to go
Hmm.
to the cinema, but during the pandemic, I think this changed a little bit because after the pandemic, the tickets become more expensive,
Hmm.
and now the people prefer to watch movies at home, in Netflix or Amazon. And as I said, I think it's more comfortable, and it's really hard because nowadays the movies it's not attract attention like in the past. I remember when I watched Avengers Endgame, as I think it's the last movie. It was so crowded. A lot of people wanted to watch this movie, and because it was the finish of the big history, and after that, I think the people they don't like to watch a movie.
Got it.
I like to go to the movie, and I try to go every month, and it's so empty.
Uh-huh.
The place it's strange for me.
Yeah, that's why that is why I asked that question to you because you are Brazilian. So, and do you prefer do you prefer watching movies at home or in the cinema, or it's like 50-50?
50. I like to watch at home, but I think the experience to go to the cinema and to buy a popcorn and that
Mhm.
popcorn at cinema it's so different from the home. They I don't remember how to say manteiga. It's how to say jam? No, I don't remember how to say manteiga in English.
Butter.
But yeah, it's amazing. And the I don't know the environment to stay at the room and the sound, the big screen. It for me it's really good. But of course, the movie is not so good to pay expensive ticket to watch at cinema.
Yeah. Yeah, and I completely agree with that part that you said about the popcorns. I don't know why they put on it, but it's impossible to like to recreate the same flavor here at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lucas. What about you, Ebenezer? Do you prefer watching movies at home or going to cinema? And what is your perspective about going to cinema in Bolivia and going to cinema here in Brazil?
Well, actually, when I was living in Bolivia, going to the cinema, it was like more that going with friends and going to watch an special or a new movie that everyone was waiting for. So uh, I can consider a special. How can I say? When you go out with friends, something like that. And so, but here in Brazil, I didn't go to the movie yet. I can say that I used to go in Uruguay when I was living there. In my case, I consider going to the movie like a familiar day because my sons loves to watch movie in a big screen. So today in my case it's just for them. Like it's more for them that they enjoy this kind of thing. Okay.
Got it.
Uh,
Yeah. When you have children, go ahead, Lucas.
you said about the in Bolivia it's more common to go to the cinema, but it's the price of movie tickets in Bolivia cheaper than in Brazil. It's more affordable.
Well,
Because
actually, go
that
ahead,
Wednesday,
Ebenezer.
right? Yeah, on Wednesday it's like two per one.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got it.
So
to get two
so
tickets if you
so
buy one.
is yes. So you go with a friend or a bunch of friends, and they divide the ticket, so it's just half. I don't know if the popcorn is it's half too, but
No, it's
they
not.
have not. I don't remember, but on Wednesday the movie theater is always
Crowley.
full. Yes.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to buy tickets on Wednesday. There in Cochabamba, in Bolivia, there is a cinema college. Cine Center is the most popular over there, and they have that promotion on Wednesday. But the popcorns, like converting to reals, it's like the biggest one, like 17 reals. It's a little bit more, it's cheaper than here because here the biggest one is like 35, 40 reals. Yeah.
Yes, I think in Brazil, like a Cinemarket, that I think it's the biggest company. The tickets cost for about
Yeah.
seven reais or eight for two people. It's impossible to go every month or
Yeah.
to reunite the family and to go with four or five people.
Yeah, there's another company that it's Cine System. I knew that because in Ortolan is the only kind of cinema that we had. Here in Curitiba we had another one that is closer than where we live. and they have like a system of points. So every single time that you go over there and you buy tickets or popcorn, you get points. And if you are subscribed to the like uh the programs that they offer, they give you like 50% of discount. So I believe that I pay normally 12 reals. It's not like a fancy cinema, but for me it's enough. I wouldn't pay like 40, 50 reals like just for watching a movie. Imagine if the movie is really is bad. And it will be even worse. So yeah. So Pika Jika, Cine System, you can do that. So let's move on to the question number three. Who is your favorite actor or actress, and what do you like about them? So I have never been like really into movies. I love watching movies, but I know that there are people who are like more fan of it, and they are really into it, and they know about the life of actors, of actresses, or how many movies they did. So I am not that like fanatic, I'm gonna say, but I really love how Jennifer Aniston plays her roles. As Lucas said, I believe that she started or she became popular when Friends what was released, and after that she started doing different kind of movies, and I believe that she's really hilarious, so funny, funny person. And another actor, let me see. It's in that case that would be an actress. An actor, I believe that Adam Sandler was really good before. Nowadays, it's not like that. I believe that he performed like so many. It's not that funny movies. They become more like I wanna use the word stupid, but before I believe the movies were better than they are now. The movies that he performed or I believe he has an company and where he creates movies and all of that. So well, yeah, they are both there are two actors that I could bring to the table. What about you, Ebenezer? Do you have any actor or an actress in mind?
Wow, that's difficult now for me because nowadays I don't follow any actor in social media, so I don't have any favorite actor that I am really fan. But as you mentioned, I start thinking about Adam Sandler too. He used to have funny movies. Most of them I really enjoyed. And I don't know now how what movies that is he producing. And another actor that I can say that is almost continuing being in movies is I don't know the name, but The Rock. The Rock, I think it's Dawson or something like that. The last name. I don't know if it's Johnson. I know him like The Rock. Maybe you know about who I'm talking about, right? Yeah, and talking about uh, s- some actresses. Well, I don't have any actress in my head right now. But I think those of them are my what I remember now.
Yeah, the Rock is Dwayne Douglas Johnson. I'm not sure if I pronounce well the first name. But I remember that you were a big fan of him when he started like fighting on WWC.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
thank you so
was
much.
really fun about that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ebenezer. What about you, Lucas?
Uh, as I said, I like a lot of action movies, so I like Tom Cruise. I think it's a good actor. The Rock too. I really like to watch movies. I think it's uh, a strange movie because there are a lot of mistakes in the scenes, but I like it's a really action. And Denzel Washington too. It's a good actor, and that's for me. It's the three that I remember that I liked to watch the movies.
Thank you so much for have shared, friends. So let's move on to the question number fourth. Lucas, could you please read and answer that one?
Yes. For what is the last series you being watched? Uh, maybe The Reacher. Reacher, yes. It's an action series on Amazon. It's really good, and I watched the second season
Mm.
in one day. I it was my day off, and I talked to my friend at a job, and he started to give a spoiler to me, and I thought no, I need to to watch the series right now, and I started and I can't finish, and I finished in the same day, and it was really good.
Is it a miniseries or like a normal series?
I think it's about 8 episodes.
Okay, it's a
Each
miniseries.
Yeah, each episode for about 35 or for 40 minutes.
Mm, interesting. Thank you so much, Lucas. So in my case, the last series that I watched, like binge watched, was Wednesday. It's a series that it's on Netflix. We watch it with my wife. We watched the first season. It was kind of interesting because when I was a kid, I used to watch Familia Adams, Adams Family, I believe it in English. But it was in cartoons. And actually, there was a series yeah, a series. It's not in cartoons, but I don't remember. It was a series. No, I don't think so. But yeah, I watched Wednesday. And something interesting that I wanted to say about it is that now that I know English, Wednesday in Spanish is miércoles, but the name of that character in Spanish is Merlina, and I don't know why that is the translation because Wednesday it's literally miércoles in Spanish, but as I already said, it's Merlina in Spanish, and here in Brazil it's Wendiña,
It's Vandinha.
Wendiña. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's something interesting. Yeah, and that was the last series that I watched in that way. What about you, Ebenezer?
Well, binge watch it. Okay. I think Prison Break. Prison Break was like uh, I had to sleep because I passed the all night watching chapters by chapters, and it's not a short series, so I sometime I should stop. So that Prison Break really was a really good series for me. I think I don't know if you guys have watch it. And another one that I really watched like four, five, six chapters was let me money. In English was I think it's Money Haste. That's La Casa de Papel in Spanish. But that's one series that I pass like 4 or 5 hours watching. So I remember those cases that I really spend a lot of time watching series.
Yeah, the La Casa de Papel is really a really good series. At least for me, it was a good one. And even more because it was in Spanish, but it was in like Spanish accent, really Spanish accent. But it was I believe that it was really popular as well here in Brazil, wasn't it, Lucas?
Yes, it's a very popular.
And do you like it?
Yes, I watched a lot. I started to watch the version in Korean,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't like so much.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's always is better the original one. So
Yes,
let's move on to the next one. I believe that everybody has answered this one. Series bit. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. How often do you watch movies or series? Um, well, I we try to watch movies on weekends, every single weekend. Today we I just watched a movie right now. But it was because it was holiday for my wife because she works in a school, and today is the Teachers' Day here. I'm not sure in all Brazil, but at least here in Paraná, it's the Teachers' Day. So she had a holiday. So we leverage that free time and we watch a movie. But we normally watch movies or series on weekends, like Saturday evenings or Sundays afternoons. However, during the week, we have like 30 minutes free in the middle of the day when we have we have our break for having our lunch. And in that 30 minutes left, we watch a soap opera. We Brazilian soap opera. We are watching Cobras y Lagartos. That it's. I'm not sure if you know that soap opera, Lucas. But in Bolivia, as a matter of fact, we had a lot of soap operas that were so popular. The Clown, um, Cobras y Lagartos, y tengo, there are others that were so popular. So my wife, she likes this kind of soap operas, so we try to watch them, and I have to watch them as well. They're kind of interesting. What about you, Ebenezer?
So soap opera novela, né?
Yeah.
I am mixing. Okay, wow, it's the same as you, but in my case, it's very difficult because I should choose a series or a movie that is for children. So in most of the cases, I watch cartoon movies, right? And serious, it's difficult. I mean, in the week, I don't watch any no series, no movies. Just maybe Saturday night with popcorn with the family, and on Sunday too. If we don't go out, we just watch two movies, something like that.
Got it. Thank you so much, Ebenezer. And what about you, Lucas? How often do you watch movies or series?
uh, normally the week it's hard to watch a series,
Mhm.
but I tried to watch at least one episode with Fernanda. But normally, when of course when it's possible. But normally we watch series in the at the weekend. Normally Saturday and Sunday. Normally we try to watch in the Friday night because it is more. It's a good way to. It's a good time to watch a series. And normally it's in the weekend. It's better to us.
Yeah, weekend is always for a good time for watching movies or series. Thank you so much, guys. Let's move on to the question number six. Benicio, could you please read the sixth one and answer?
Wow, six, right? Six.
Mhm.
What's a movie or series that made you cry? Yeah, I don't know. I think I can think the translation. but it was a Wild Robot. It's right, Wild Robot. I think I really like that movie. I think that that movie teach a lot about the love of paternity, I can say. It was a good movie for me, for my wife, and and my children love it. And I remember that that was the last one that broke my heart.
Yeah, the Wild Road is a good one. It's really emotional, and it's like really interesting how we can like get emotional with cartoons. It's yeah, the message is really powerful, and I love that movie as well. What about you, Lucas?
Uh, I think the last one was Hachiko, a dog history. It was it's impossible not to not to cry watching that movie because they put a dog and this movie Hachiko and the other it's Marley. I don't remember the translation in English. It's Marley Eel. It's really good too. Oh my god, it's amazing too. If you want to cry, you can watch these both movies.
How was the first one you said? The first movie?
Hachiko, a dog history.
Hachiko.
I will put in the chat the name. Hachiko is the name of the dog.
Yeah, I haven't watched Hachiko, but I know that it's a really good movie. Perhaps we are gonna watch that then. Um, Talking about that, it's really interesting that every single time that the main character is a dog, it means that you're gonna cry because the movie will be so emotional because of the story of the dog. As a matter of fact, I just watched a movie the last weekend about a dog. It's a Brazilian movie, and it's called Caramelo. It's on Netflix. It's not like
Ah, yeah.
Hachiko, but I liked the movie. Like it was good. It was not the best, but it was good. Another movie that I loved and I yeah broke my heart as Ebenezer said. It's Coco. In Brazil, you know this movie like Viva a Vida uma Festa. But the original name is Coco. I believe that they changed the title because Coco for you it's depending on the pronunciation it can be poop or it can
Right.
be coconut.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that movie was really it's really emotional because of the meaning. Even though I don't believe in those kind of things because um, how they celebrate the Dia de los Muertos is something that we have as well in Bolivia, and there are a lot of people who believe in that, like they loves one their loves one comes again that specific day and they are there they are there like with them but in a spiritual form. We don't think about I don't believe in that because my religion doesn't believe in that, but the other message was really important, like with that family is important, that you have to leverage your time with your with your loved ones when they are alive and not when they are already dead. So yeah, Coco Viva Vida Una Festa, it's a movie that it's really emotional. If you haven't watched them, watch that. I recommend. So let's move on to the next one. I believe it's the question number 7. Do you like watching movies in their original language or dubbed? We talked a little bit about it, but perhaps we can add something else. Lucas, what about you?
Uh, I like to watch the movie in the original language because it's a way to practice the language, and I like to. There are a lot of dubbed that it's not good, and I prefer to watch the original language with subtitles. And yes, that's it.
Yeah, in my case, I try to watch movies or series in the original language because I believe the meaning is obviously the original and you don't lose any single detail because everything was meant to be in that language. So if there is a movie, for example, now that I am watching that soap opera in Portuguese, there are a lot of things that were so different when it was dubbed to Spanish. So the jokes are different, the way that they express themselves is really different, and the same happens with movies or series. So I try to do the same. However, there are sometimes that there are movies in Italian or in Russian or even in different languages like Korean, Chinese, that there is no way I need to watch them dubbed. Yeah, that's from my view. What about you, Ebenezer?
In my case, I think original language is the best because of the content and of the correct meaning of what they want to transmit. But in my case, if I want to really understand the movie or something like, so, or it's a movie that I have to pay attention, I watch dubbed, but I watch it again in the original language just to watch the difference if in the dubbed language was they transmit the same and the original is or are there are any kind of difference. But in my case, I usually watch in both dubbed and original.
Yeah. Actually, is that you mentioned it that like watching movies that you already watch in a language in your mother tongue, in your case Spanish, and then watching the same in English if is your aimed language is a good exercise because you already know at least already know something that it's gonna be about, so it's easier to do like to get the meaning or the association. That was the word I wanted to use. So it's a good exercise. Even there is another exercise that if you want to practice like English or Portuguese or a new language, you can go to Wikipedia and type the movie that you intend to watch, and you just get the transcription or even just a short summary, and with that, your mind already know that what is gonna happen in the movie. So that makes it makes sorry, it makes it easier to understand the meaning of the message. So it's a powerful exercise. Lucas, go ahead. I believe that you didn't answer this one. Did you already answer this question? Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. So, in my case, as already said, well, I already answered this one as well. So, Lucas, pick one question from 8 to 15, whatever you want. And you are muted.
The eight. I'm curious about you guys. What
Go
is a
ahead.
movie or a series that everyone likes but you don't? In my case, it's Lord of Rings. It's a classic. It's a amazing movie, but I can't keep me focused watching that movie. I try to watch the sequence. It's Hobbit, yes, and I just sleep slept in the cinema. I don't know. I can't to keep focus what this movie. It's big and there are a lot of history. It's amazing. Who like this movie? It's awesome, but for me, it's not. What about you?
Well, about me, I was thinking about it. I believe that it's some movie that everybody likes, or at least a lot of people loves, is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
For me, it's not like that impressing. I tried to watch it like the first and the second one. The first and the second one for me were really good, but the third and the following they were like kind of boring, like redundant in my from my view. Perhaps if I read the books, my perspective will change because people say that if you read the book, it's really different because there are many details over there. The story is like longer, more interesting. But in my case, it's Harry Potter. It's really popular, but for me, it's not that impressive. What about you, Ebenezer?
Well, actually, it's not, okay. Well, actually, you mentioned both movies that I consider is not attractive for me. I have never seen. I have never watched Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Maybe I watched a little bit. I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm I didn't feel that it was calling my attention. So I didn't watch the first one, and of course the other ones. Um, and Star Wars. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't watch Star Wars. I don't know even the name of the characters. I don't know. There are something like 4 or 5 movies about that. I haven't watched anyone, so I can thinking about those three.
Star Wars is a really long series of movies. I believe that it's even difficult to follow them. Like the Lord of Rings, the same thing because I believe that they released something that started in the at the end, and then they released the first episode. So Star Wars is kind of complicated from my view. So yeah, it was really interesting to know more about you. Thank you so much, guys. Ebenezer, pick one question from 9 to 15.
What kind of endings do you prefer? Happy, sad, or open-ended? Wow, in my case, I think open-ended. When I don't know why, because I think if happy it's okay, sad I don't think so. But happy and open-ended, happy because okay, the movie finished well, and open-ended because maybe I like those movies that are like how do you say when suspense? No, I don't have the word right now. But when you need to wait for another piece of the history, or maybe the history is not complete, or they give you a little about the second part, and I that make me like okay, it's gonna have another part, and I'm gonna be waiting for it. So that's those cases that I really prefer.
I believe that the word that you were looking for is thriller. That is suspense in
Okay.
Spanish. Thriller. Yeah. So in my case, it's important to know what happened at the end of the movie because there are several movies that when goes with comes to the end, it's like kind of confusing and you understand what happened and that the movie already is already over and you don't know what happened. So I don't like those kind of movies, or perhaps I didn't understand the movie at all. But there are those kind of thrillers I believe that normally ends in that way. Like they uh keeps no it they make you feel like confused. Yeah, I believe that's the word. So I prefer to know what happened, or perhaps what's gonna happen, if it's gonna be a continue, but not in like uh that confused in a confused mind. I am not sure if that's a correct sentence, but Let's put in that way. What about you, Lucas? How do you prefer the movies? If it's gonna end like a happy end, sad end, what do you think about it?
I think there are some movies that might better to finish sad, like horror movies or thriller movies, because during the movie you think, oh, I think that guy or that woman will die, and the environment during the movie make you think, oh, this movie will finish it sad, or I don't know, it don't make sense to finish it happy because it's not a movie to finish happy, you know. So I like when the movie have a happy ending, but I think it depends the movie. I don't know if you watched the movie called the butterfly effect or efeito borboleta. I think the first movie there are three or four endings alternatives, like the melee ending that you go to the cinema, and two or three alternatives end. This is like that are and sad, happy, and open ending. This is interesting.
Yeah, you can choose your own one, your preferred one.
Yes.
I didn't know that about the Fate Borboleta, that movie. I believe that it was just one end, but it's something interesting to know. Perhaps I will try to watch it again. I remember that I watched it, but I don't remember the end of the movie. So let me see here. I'm gonna pick the. I believe that everyone already responded the question, so let's move on to the question number 13. Would you recommend? Okay, it's really interesting to know more about you guys. So the question 13: what series or movie would you recommend to someone who wants to learn a new language? I already talked a little bit about it. There are a lot of people who say that Friends it's a good series to learn English. As a matter of fact, I read some posts from people who said that you can easily get a good level of fluency just by watching Friends. I don't think it's like in that level, but I believe that Friends helps you to understand the structures. You can gain a lot of vocabulary because they don't speak so quickly and they don't use like fancy words or difficult words or like a researched vocabulary. It's like a daily conversation, problems, couples problems. There are a lot of jokes as well. I believe that the most difficult part of to understanding Friends is the jokes, the meaning of the jokes. But besides that, I believe it's a good series for learning languages. Yeah, that's it. I try to watch Breaking Bad in English, and it's really different because they use other different kind of vocabulary. I believe that you could start with Friends. What about you, movies? What about you, Ebenezer? Which movie or which series would you recommend to someone to practice English or another language?
I can recommend a series. It's Brooklyn 99. I don't know if you have watched them. Watch it. It's about police. It's comedy, and it's about uh, police depart. It's about police department that they have to resolve cases. So they they there are a lot of cases about everything. So talking about a new language, like the vocabulary can be different in every episode. So I think it could be good for someone who wants to learn about vocabulary for the type of cases and different situations.
Thank you so much. What was it? The name of the series, Brooklyn?
Brooklyn 99. It was. I think it's in Netflix. It's very hilarious. I really love
Mhm.
uh, that series. So if you want to watch it, go ahead. You will enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Benizer. And Lucas, go ahead. So what about you?
This series, Look 99, it's amazing. It's really good and funny. For me, maybe The Office. It's a good series because it's funny and they use vocabulary in the quotidian, daily. As I said, Friends and The Big Bang Theory. It's it's really good to practice English. I tried to watch Peaky Blinders without subtitles. It's impossible. I can't I can't understand because they speak in British English, and I don't know the it's so it's a old series, so it's impossible to understand the words. But I think Friends and The Office it's really good to practice English.
Talking about The Office, I gave it a try once, but it was impossible to like continue after the third chapter. And some fans of this series told me that it's like that. You have just to continue, give it like three or more episodes, and after that you will start liking it. Do you think that it's like that?
Yes, I totally agree with your friends because in the beginning it's strange, but during their series it become better.
Yeah, the beginning is like so stupid in my in my opinion, but yeah,
Yes,
perhaps I will give it a try again. Have you watched The Office, Ebenezer?
No, I don't. I don't watch it. It's about what?
It's like an office, as it said, and how colleagues interact with each others, and sometimes I believe that they talk about their life like in a podcast, something like that. Lucas could tell us a little bit about it,
it's
perhaps more
about
Is it
information.
10.
comedy?
Yes, comedy.
Okay, I'm gonna
It's
watch.
about 10 seasons in the office and with things in the daily. So it's creative because it's hard to have ideas with to keep in the same place for 10 seasons, and it's really good. It's how can I say idiotic? I don't remember how to say it.
Stupid,
Silly,
Stupid,
perhaps.
silly.
stupid. Yes, silly.
Silly
Yes,
as well.
exactly.
Silly as well.
Silly jokes, but it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely I have to give it a try again. So guys, let me see if we have enough time for responding on one more. Yeah, let's go to the last one. That is the 15. How do a streaming platform like Netflix or Disney Plus influence your viewing habits? Well, I believe that it changed totally the game. I believe that you can find your favorite movies, and you can even watch them uh, every the times that you want to. It was so different in the past when you had to go to the movie store, I want to say, and you had to rent a movie just for a weekend, and then you had to return it. So I believe that it changed totally the way that we consume movies, series, or soap opera. um, in my case, I just use it on weekends, but I believe that for people who are really fans of cinema or movies, series, it's a good resource. The new platforms. What about you, Lucas? What do you think about it?
I think now it's easier to watch a movie, and every moment you can open the app and you can choose for about uh, more than 100 movies. And I remember when I was kid, and I needed to go to the, I don't know how to say locadora, rental store, movie rental.
I'm not sure. There was a word in English. I believe that is blue, backstore or something like that.
Yes, there a word like this. And to be honest, I liked it to go to the Blackbuster. Yeah, I think it's Blackbuster. I don't know. And to go to this place to video store, yeah, to find a movie and to rent the movie and return to video store and choose another movie. And it was a good experience. But now it's more easy to find a movie and what I think the only thing that I don't like is you find a good movie on Google and you think, oh, I will watch this now, and you need to find where you can find this movie. Amazon, Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount, because there are a lot of streamings, and sometimes I feel confused to find a movie.
Yeah, it's overwhelming nowadays to pick a really a good movie. And thank you so much, Lucas. And to finish this part, Ebenezer, briefly, what about you? What do you think about streaming platforms?
Well, actually, today it's better. Today is better because this is flexible for everyone. So you can watch anything at the time you want, and not like in the past. Then I remember that when I have had TV cable. So in TV cable, you you receive like something like how can I say? I don't remember, but you receive a guide where you can. I remember in the start of the month, you received a guide where you can see what the movies that gonna pass in the channel and what channels. And I remember that I used to watch all the guide and highlight the movie that I want to watch. Something like okay, on I don't know. August 15 gonna pass Iron Man 2, so I highlight that one and I try to remember that on that day I had to watch at that time. So today it's different. I think it's easy for someone to watch anything, and you don't waste too much time. Just pick some movie and that's it.
A negative side about streaming nowadays that I would like to point out is like there are a lot of movies and there are a lot of bad movies, and sometimes you are going to pick one that is really bad, and you will feel that you've lost a lot of your time, a lot a part of your life. So that's it about our today's topic, guys. We don't have enough time to the feedback moment. I just want to thank you again for having attended this conversation, and I hope to see you in the next one. That's it for today. Bye. See you later, guys.